Stop talking about people. I hate people that talk about people. That's such a small-minded conversation to sit up and talk about somebody. It's such a like you ain't talking about business plans or business ideas, and you're not talking about your future and going on trips and how you could come together and make a situation better, but you talk about people. Like, that's such a small-minded conversation to me. I hate when people come to me. Well, they don't come to me for real, but I would hate if a person come to me and say he act like this or she act like that or they act like this. Is you a professional talent scout? Is that what you are? If you're not a professional talent scout, how do you know when a person is acting so much? How do you know what an actor and an actress look like? Just you a professional talent scout. He acted, she acted, we acted. Like, go on somewhere. We're talking about people. In the Bible, especially Christians, especially those who say that they follow Yeshua, especially those who say they follow Christ. We're talking about people. In the Bible, in Numbers, God turned Miriam leprous. And he came down on Miriam and Aaron because they was talking about Moses. They was talking about Moses. They was murmuring and complaining about Moses behind his back. And Moses didn't hear them, but God heard them talking about Moses. And God ain't play that. Like, he didn't play that. He turned Miriam leprous. Like, he gave her a disease because she was talking behind that man's back. And some of y'all don't know. I ain't gonna say some of y'all. Some people don't even know. You may be diseased in your finances. You may be diseased in your health. You may be diseased like you take 2 steps forward and you get knocked back. It's diseases that's going on. You may not have a physical disease, and some people may have a physical disease, but it could be because you won't take your mouth off of God's people. One thing that I got the revelation of is whether a person understand that God is their God or not, or whatever the situation may be, is still his children. Man, quit talking about people, man. God don't like ugly. Like my cousin Life Jennings said, God don't like ugly, and he ain't too fond of pretty. Do you hear what I'm saying? And the Bible says that our righteousness is as filthy rags. On our best day, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So I dare not put my mouth on somebody else, talk about somebody else, or look at somebody else in a derogatory way when I got like 2 or 3 mirrors in my own house to look at my own self. And all I got to do is self-examine and look at me and see where I can make the changes and see where I can think different, or why did it affect me like that, or why did it cause me to respond like that. Quit talking about people, man. Quit talking about people. Don't you got something better to do? Come on, somebody. Don't you got something better to do? Don't you got a business plan? Don't you got a future? Don't you got destiny to make? Don't you got an identity to seek out? Don't you got somewhere you got to be? Ain't it something the Bible says, write it down and make it plain so he who reads it may run with it? If you're going to talk about somebody, talk about them in life. Talk about them from an encouraging place. Talk about the place that you would love to see them at. Talk about them from a place where you want to see them blessed. Talk about the place where you want to see them overcome. Talk about them from that perspective. Quit talking about people from a negative aspect. If God only sees the good in us and we see from his eyesight and we see from his perspective, then we should only see the good in our brothers and sisters. But that's all I have. Like I said, some people, if God turned Miriam leprous, gave her a disease because she was murmuring, complaining, she was talking behind Moses' back, then if you look at the there and then and bring it to the here and now, do you know some people diseased in their finances? Some people diseased in their natural health. Some people diseased in their businesses, can't even go forward. Some people got diseases going on that's operating in their life because of their own mouth, because you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And some people in the world may call it karma or whatever the situation is, but you reap what you sow. So I dare not speak something out there to be talking about somebody in a negative way, because if the sins of the father visits his children, then even if I do put it out there in a negative way and it don't come back to me in this lifetime, then it got the opportunity to come back to my kids. No, we gonna break the cycle. We gonna break the curse. We gonna transform. We gonna change. Keep your mouth off people unless you're gonna speak blessings, encouragement, love, comfort, overcoming, whatever it may be. Let it be life, and let it be life more abundantly. The word says that you will give an account for every idle word that you release out of your mouth in the end times. And an idle word is a word that has no purpose. It does not bring life. But y'all be blessed. I just had a little agitation in my spirit because I don't like people that whisper and talk about people. All right, y'all be blessed.